guys are, in the middle of a playoff push. Just has it been a challenge at all as a coach trying to balance, some of your team goals, the guys who are going to be here moving forward that have been here versus just the distraction that kind of is on this Landeskog set?
I didn't feel it was tough to manage at all, to be honest. I know, the grand scheme of things, our group was, pretty proud and excited to be a part of this, small step in his journey. And, there is so much, I mentioned it last night after the game, just there is so much value that he could bring this group, just his presence being around. Our lineup has been, it's changed a lot from the first game of the year all the way up till game 69. We've had players in and out, players called up, players hurt. So a little lineup change is nothing new for our group. We've got great depth and a lot of pride in there for when guys do step in, they're going to play the right way. And I thought our focus this weekend was great.
Knowing that it was Gabe's first back-to-back in 3+ years, how did you manage his time tonight?
Just dialogue. We talked, before the game. We agreed that we would kind of start like we started last night and see how he felt, and just a little communication on the bench. Said he felt good, wanted to keep going, and put the trust in his hands. And obviously, someone of his caliber, regardless of the time he missed, he's able to play at this level. So, and do a really good job for us. So, he gives me the okay that he wants to go, and I get him out there.
It seems like in a lot of ways, the team was trying to, feed him a pass so that he could score his goal. And once he did, what kind of effect do you think that had on the roster?
Yeah, I think, there's obviously, our guys are aware when he's on the ice. There's no question. But he's also, the intelligence of him as a player getting in situations to get the puck. I didn't feel like our guys were focused on just finding him. I thought we did a nice job of just, trying to create some chemistry as a line, the guys out there. And obviously they got a lot of minutes tonight together on the power play, so there was a lot of open communication and dialogue between him and and the teammates. And but yeah, there's no question. I mean, that's about as loud as I've seen this building get when he scored. So it was fun to be a part of and great to see.
You've only got 3 points to clinch the division, first AHL division for the club since joining the AHL. How good does that feel, especially since you've been with the team since, 2003?
Yeah, I mean, it's that was one of our goals, right? Like, our first goal was to establish ourselves, get into a playoff position. We talked about taking the next step as an organization this year, like being able to put ourselves in a position to win the division. Obviously, Avalanche did a great job with free agent signings and building this team and getting the depth we need. We're close. There's still games left and still lots to build on. But if I look at, probably our last 3 games, like you could start to feel the confidence and the belief in our group.
You mentioned a lot of the intangibles, just the being around Gabe and the benefit for a lot of these younger guys. But what do you think, if you had to pick one thing, that would be the most lasting impact of him from being around this team?
Well, I think, if you just look at the big picture, it's the inspiration of what he's accomplished so far to get back to playing, right? And so we talk about all the challenges like our younger guys or players at our level face, right? Trying to work for opportunities, work on their details, and it's a wide range and it changes with every player. But I mean, look at what Gabe has done and the work he's put in, the sacrifice, the determination that he's put in to get himself back into a position to play. All these other small challenges that our players face seem pretty minuscule, right? So just that determination factor that everybody has seen from him, and then just the value he has in the locker room and on the bench, his communication to the teammates and how he leads and how he plays. And like I mentioned before, it's extremely valuable for everybody in this organization.
You have the most wins at home in the American Hockey League. What do you attribute to the success on the ice?
Well, I mean, you guys saw it all season long. I mean, our fans are just incredible, right? It's hard not to get up and have that excitement in front of our fans. And it doesn't matter if we're, up by 2, down by 2. They provide that energy for us at all times. And so our guys feel good here. It helps. It helps we get to train and practice here in the altitude. I think that gives us an advantage. But it's a great building. It's got great atmosphere, passionate fans, and we want to make sure that our fans know that we have a lot of pride playing in front of them.
You said that the Avalanche have set you up for success, but success has just seemed to follow you everywhere you've gone. ECHL, AHL, and including when you were playing. Success just seems to be with you. What is it with you and your coaching style that you seem to be so successful?
I don't know. I don't think about that. I just know I'm surrounded by great people, and including every single player that puts that jersey on, the staff, ownership, Eagles front office, Avalanche management, everyone. They're great people, and when you have a culture like that to work for, it makes it fun coming to your job every single day. And we've got a great leadership group and guys that push and invest in getting better and helping one another get better. And, that's a pretty good recipe.
What can you say about Trent and just how he played tonight coming in off the bench?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for a little bit of a spark. I mean, he was a brick wall out there, coming in cold, facing a penalty shot, giving us an opportunity to, generate some offense and get back into the game. And he gave us some momentum. Not easy for a goalie to do, but he did a great job. He's another, it's a huge reason why we were able to come back.
Thanks, guys.